What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division build video. Now this Division build video is going to be for all you new and returning players and all you PVE lovers. This is going to be a NinjaBike hybrid build. This is going to be strictly for PVE. So whether it be the underground, whether it be your incursions, your legendaries, or maybe you're just farming in the dark zone, this is for killing all of those elite enemies and all those named enemies. So, without further ado, if you like this content and enjoy my build, go ahead and mash that like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you guys are using right now for your damage PvE build. So, like I said before, I am using the NinjaBike messenger bag. I will explain why I'm doing that and why I have these ugly purple mods on my gear. But without that, I have the NinjaBike messenger bag with 2 striker pieces and 3 alpha bridge. Basically, that's your alpha battle gear or your striker bridge or however you want to call it. But for me, I'm just going to call it the NinjaBike PvE damage build. Reason for that is this is purely just to do damage. The amount of damage to elites and enemy armor damage on this build combined with the house just makes this just shredder. It shreds elite NPCs. The shotgunners and snipers don't even have a chance. Assault rifle guys, kind of. They're a little bit just because they like to go cover to cover. But those tank elite NPCs, you can, if you do it right, you can just sit there and face tank them. And yeah, you'll get low health, but you could take them down solo if you just face tank the tank elite NPCs for sure. Now I will have an assault rifle version coming out soon. It's going to be a little different because the assault rifles carry a lot more enemy armor damage. But this is the SMG damage. What makes this build what it is this backpack. It has the exotic talent NinjaBike messenger bag. It slots in with any equipped gear set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. It can unlock multiple gear set bonuses from multiple gear sets at the same time. However, it will not unlock the 5 and 6 piece gear set bonuses. Those are your classified set bonuses. So you can use your classified gear items, however you cannot use the set bonuses with the NinjaBike messenger bag. So the way I set this up is I'm using 3 alpha bridge. So with the NinjaBike messenger bag equipped, that gives me 4 alpha bridge. And what that means is I get the 4 set bonuses. Set bonus 2 gives you the 100% health regen. Set bonus 3 gives you the 5% weapon damage. That's to all weapons. And set bonus 4, what makes this build what it is the talent Alpha Bridge. If your primary and secondary are of the same category, meaning the category I am using are SMGs, my house and my MP7, they share the free talent. Now your free talent is your 3rd talent at the bottom of your weapons, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. And all talent requirements for your weapons are ignored, so you can use any weapon talents you want and they will be unlocked no matter how your stats for your firearm stamina electronics are set up. So with that, I am using the house and MP7, which are both of the same category. You cannot share the house's card counter talent, nor can you share any exotic weapon talent. However, I do get to share the free talent from the MP7. So the MP7 free talent I am sharing is Destructive. Armor destruction value is increased by 15% when using this weapon. Now that is the free talent I am getting with Alpha Bridge. So what that means is this house is ferocious, deadly, card counter, and now we have a green weapon talent being destructive. Now this shows you that Alpha Bridge is active and it is sharing the free talent from your secondary to your primary. So with that, I'll kind of segue into the weapons. The house is fully optimized, 21.4k on the base damage as ferocious. Damage against elite and named enemies is increased by 10%, meaning your damage to elites is increased by 10% because all named enemies are of the elite caliber. Next talent is Deadly. Critical damage is increased by 15%. Card counter, everyone knows, comes with every house. You get that 20% damage increase on half of your mag. And the free talent I get from my MP7 is Destructive, which I already told you. Your enemy armor damage is increased by 15%. So as you can see right off the bat, we're already getting damage to elites and enemy armor damage just off of the gun itself. Now the only weapon mods I'm going to show you are of the house, because you don't really need to use the secondary at all. This is based and centered solely on the house. So with that, the weapon mods I'm using are all crit based: loud vent break, crit hit damage, headshot damage, crit chance, the small grip, crit damage, accuracy, reload speed, extended mag with mag size, crit hit chance, and rate of fire, and finally that pro red dot sight with crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and headshot damage. Now, don't really need to get into the MP7 except for to say that the destructive from the MP7 is getting shared to the house. That's how you get 15% of your enemy armor damage. Now go down to the sidearm. I have a double barrel sawed off. Now remember, using Alpha Bridge, all weapon requirements are ignored. So I prefer the double barrel sawed off, which has talented. Killing a target increases your skill power by 15% for 20 seconds. The effect does not stack, but killing a new target just refreshes the timer. So basically, doing that, you kill an enemy with your sidearm, you're getting a little boost to your skill power. So whether you have an overheal or a booster shot, what have you, pulse, box, it'll be increased by 15% for that 20 seconds. Also, I have Determined, which reduces all my skill cooldowns by 7.5%, which after killing a few NPCs and stacking it, you get your signature skill back very quick. And finally, Predatory, one of my go-tos. Killing a target regenerates 35% of your health over 20 seconds. So if you're getting down on health and you don't have your signature skill, pull out this double barrel, kill a few NPCs, get your signature skill back, get your heal back, and get your health back all at the same time. And remember, all the damage to elites and most of the enemy armor damage applies to this sawed off. And those are your weapons. Now, finishing up with the gear set bonuses, I have 2 striker. So with that NinjaBike, it acts as if I have 3 striker, being the set bonuses 2 and 3. Set bonus 2, 20% stability. But the reason why we're using it is for set bonus 3, the 10% enemy armor damage. So that is your weapons and your gear set bonuses. So let's go ahead and get into the details of the gear itself. So starting off with the NinjaBike messenger bag, it is fully optimized, rolled for firearms. The attributes I have on it: crit hit damage and bleed resistance. So remember, this is a damage PVE build, so I am using this for the crit hit damage. However, remember, if you're running an AR, you could use stability, or if you want a little bit more toughness, you could also roll health. Now the mods I am running on it are stamina, damage to elites, and 2 first aid self-heal mods. Now damage to elites is only applied to purple prototype mods, so you have to find those in the vendor resets or craft your own at the crafting station. But for this build, I'm running stamina with damage to elites and 2 first aid self-heal mods. Go to the Alpha Bridge pieces, starting with the gloves, fully optimized, rolled for firearms. Attributes are SMG damage, crit hit chance, and then enemy armor damage. Now this is where you roll enemy armor damage. You are losing a little bit of crit hit damage, so if you would like, you could switch the crit chance and crit damage if you want to go for more crit hit damage. But for this, I chose for more crit chance to go with my damage to elites and my enemy armor damage. My second piece of Alpha Bridge, the holster, fully optimized, 1401 across the board, and the attribute crit hit chance. The mod I am running on the holster, first aid self-heal. And the final piece of Alpha Bridge knee pads, fully optimized, rolled firearms, attributes crit hit damage, just like the backpack, and the minor attributes bleed resistance, damage to elites, and burn resistance. Now damage to elites is a must, however crit hit damage is optional. Kind of like the backpack, you can either roll for more enemy armor damage, or you can roll for maybe some health to get a little more tanky. Those would be the 3 options for that attribute. Now the mods I'm running on the knee pads: stamina, damage to elites, and first aid self-heal mod. And finally, the 2 striker pieces. Striker mask, fully optimized, rolled for stamina, major attributes, enemy armor damage, and minor damage to elites. These are both a must, so you need to have enemy armor damage as the major and damage to elites as the minor. The mod I'm running on the mask, again, stamina with damage to elites. And the final striker piece is the striker harness, fully optimized, rolled stamina, major attributes, health, enemy armor damage, and minor attribute ammo capacity. I highly recommend the ammo capacity because this is a PvE build, and the enemy armor damage again is a must for the vest. Health, I would also say is a must, but a lot of people like to do either skill haste or what have you. But I do health, enemy armor damage, and ammo capacity. The 2 mods I'm running on the vest, both stamina, damage to elites. So, wrap it up with the character sheet. Ooh, might want to look at our primary. Alright, so start off with the primary attributes. Firearms, 6420, giving me a primary DPS of 404,787. So that is on the house, and that is without card counter. So remember, card counter, half of your magazine will apply 20% more damage. So expect that DPS to go up. The stamina, fairly close to the firearms, 6,408, giving me a toughness just under 480,000. Like I said, if you roll health on your knee pads or on your backpack, you could probably get that toughness to be right around 500k. But with the crit hit damage applied to it, we're sitting right under 480. And the electronics are bare bones at 2961. So the weapon sheet for the house. This is what everyone came here to see. Now the house is sitting at 21.4k base damage. The crit hit chance, 42% and 115 on the crit hit damage. You could raise the crit hit damage a little bit more if you change the rate of fire off of that extended mag for crit hit damage. But with that rate of fire, you get more DPS, so it brings your crit hit damage down to 115. Headshot damage, 62, doesn't really matter. Accuracy and stability, you're using a house. Again, doesn't really matter. However, this combat sheet is where it's at. You're sitting at 53% damage to elites and 47% enemy armor damage. And that is on your house with over 400k base DPS. So this thing wrecks. And you have a little bit of that toughness. You could sacrifice that crit damage for that health, so you could face tank all the elite NPCs. And yeah, this build is insane. I highly recommend it, you guys. If you have another hybrid you use for PvE, feel is just as strong, if not stronger, with an SMG, let me know in the comment section below. The abilities, the skills and talents I run, for this being PvE, I'm running the Overdose. I don't really need the booster shot, I'm more worried about survivability because I have the crit damage. And the pulse I'm using is the Tactical Scanner, which gives me a little bit more crit damage as well. So I get 7.3 on the crit chance and 9.7 on the crit damage for my pulse. But again, with it being PvE, you can run in a squad with another guy that has electronics-based pulse. So then you could sub that out for a turret or, you know, a health box or what have you. So I'm running the Tactical Scanner, the Damage Pulse, I am running the Overdose, and finally the Recovery Link. Obviously, if you're in a team, these might change, but if you're just solo matchmaking, this is a perfect start to your matchmake. The talents I am running, again, solo based. Actually, I could probably switch that with that. Alright, this is how I like it. So, Adrenaline will give you that immunity with the medkit. Also, when you use a medkit, you're going to increase your damage resistance. And when you use a medkit, it will heal members within a 20-meter radius by 40%. I had that subbed out for on the move because I was using this in solo PvE. But for this, I would say use it in team PvE. If you want to do it in solo, you can. It is very doable. But for team play, I would definitely have Combat Medic on. And finally, the Strike Back, reach low health to reduce the active skill cooldowns by 20%. And there you have it, you guys. That is my 1.8.3 NinjaBike, what do I want to call it? The PvE damage build. So my NinjaBike PvE damage build. It's a lot to say. Say it 5 times fast. But if you guys enjoy this content, don't forget to mash that like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Kamikazevondoom. See me in the Dark Zone. Don't forget to say hi, and you might want to flag up. But alright, you guys.